Alright, I'm going to try to post a little video here. I'm not very good at this stuff, but I struggled with this part for a little while, and just thought maybe it would help somebody else out. We just did a lot of miles, just over 400 miles at Hatfield, and well, I usually keep this thing spotless, and she needs to come apart pretty far to get cleaned up. Didn't break anything. 14 of us went. It was 13 side-by-sides and then us on the quad. The only thing that happened was this bolt that goes up into the, through this frame extension, through the fender, up into the front rack. I lost that, but on both sides. But we had a pretty heavy cooler strapped down to the front of this thing, and I think it was just too much vibration. And there's a slim chance that when I put those back in, I didn't put enough Loctite on them, so it's probably my fault. And then I'll try to show you this, just something to keep an eye on. I've never had these bolts out, but there are two bolts. There you go. You can kind of see the space that the one goes right in front of the, right in the center of the screen there, that hold that winch cradle and the front frame extension to the front of the bike. Those on both sides vibrated out. Now, what I found interesting was, and how I discovered that, was when the top bolts were out of the rack here, and I grabbed the rack and shook it, the whole front of the bike was moving all down through here. The winch was moving, everything was moving. So of course I explored a little deeper and then saw that those were missing as well. As far as I know, oh, and this, the stabilizer, the bushing brackets vibrated loose. So that's all that I've discovered so far. The bike did amazing. Riding with those folks, you know, all of them being in side-by-sides, they, I honestly think they got beat up more than we got beat up. Yeah, I wouldn't have it any other way, man. This bike performed flawlessly. Going to be interested to open the clutch case up. It's whining a little bit. We were going through some fairly deep water, you know, and once you get back in there, it isn't like you're going to turn around and go back. I think it was called Pinnacle Creek, is where we were riding one of the days, and it's a lot of water. Okay, so the point of this video is getting off this back, excuse me, this back shroud. I could feel that it was tight in this region. I popped out the pegs here, and I couldn't find any other fasteners. So I grabbed the old handy dandy nylon pry tool and popped these tabs along this section, and then I could kind of slide my hand up in there. It's amazing, man. These bikes must be built in some three-dimensional AutoCAD or some program where they can friction fit these parts together. You know, much like the side skirts. So anyway, once you pop these back clips out, then there are these tabs. Oh, the lighting is horrible. Sorry about that, guys. There are these tabs right here that basically this piece, and then there's the sockets in this side, and basically it slides in like that. So I searched, slides in like that, and if you just hit that guy back, they'll snap into place, and then you pop your pins in and you're good to go. But I struggled with that for, you know, a half hour, be it the first time that I did it. So I just thought that maybe y'all would appreciate seeing that. And that's just going to let me clean up in here a little more, and inspect for other broken or damaged parts. The gauge cluster and all is off, or I'd show you the mileage and the hours and all that stuff. But so anyway, there was a group of BRP riders that came through. I'm pretty sure it was just west of Pinnacle Creek, and we got to talking. If you're on the forum, hit me up, give me a shout, man. We'll plan another trip or something. You know, that was a good time. All right, guys, have a good one. I hope that helps y'all out. Yep, see ya.